Fortnite OG Season 5 has been great so far, but it also has its fair share of issues at the moment, so in this video I'll discuss every one that needs to be fixed and how, if Epic are watching this, they can take notes for prior updates to OG. I've been playing this mode a lot with my friends and I've had the most fun that I've had in OG in a long time. There was a thread posted on Twitter from AllyJax that was reposted by the big Fortnite leaker Shiina, stating how they had posted a long thread about all current known issues in Fortnite OG, with 350 written hotfixes that Epic Games can easily add into their game as a way to fix the mode. And pretty much in the game files there's these things called hotfixes, and these can be changed to make sure that there doesn't need to be a proper update to be sent out. They can just change something in the files and it will be there for everyone without needing to download a massive update. AllyJax wrote about how compared to a couple of months ago this isn't as buggy, but there is still a lot of notable bugs, meaning that they could be standing out to casual players, or people that notice it really easily. One of the most known things is that double pump should be disabled by now in Season 5, with the addition of the shotgun delay. They might keep this or remove it later in an update, or they could keep it for the season and remove it later on, but I honestly do not mind it staying for this season, as it would be kinda cool to have a full season of double pump before it maybe gets removed in a later season, because I think after Season 6 when he added the spaz shotgun, that's when it got a bit too OP. All rifts are also infinite and they stay there even if you use it more than once. They're meant to expire only after 10 seconds, but they don't at the moment, which Epic may fix. This could be different for rift-to-goes, but at the moment if you find a rift on the ground and you do use it, it stays there for the entire game. It was also said that ascenders and ziplines would only be in zero build mode to get to hard to reach locations and landmarks, but they are also in the build mode, which was clearly mentioned that it was only going to be in zero build on the blog post. And even the storm circles are not correct, like the moving zones not having the correct timings and sizes in game when playing on any mode of OG. I think a cool thing to do if they fix this feature would be to add blitz mode, as Fortnite have been working on making more LTMs and there should be more LTMs in the future. Now let's move on to the weapons. The assault rifles should have less recoil but faster reset back to the original part of your crosshair, called recoil recovery time. I don't really know much about this stuff about Fortnite weapons, but I found it on the AllyJax thread. Higher tier rifles like the Scar have wrong sound effects, models including the 3D meshes and animations, and that can also be said for the FAMAS and classic burst assault rifle. Statistics for the rifles are also sometimes wrong, including the bloom of the weapons when using them in game having more or less than it should have back in 2018. Stuff like the normal and thermal scoped assault rifles have its differences, as well as including wrong meshes, models, recoil, and how the weapons don't work right, with the thermal not being automatic in the mode compared to back then in Chapter 1. The suppressed assault rifle is another big example of glitched, with it needing to have more bloom, no bullet tracers, changed up firing sounds and animations, including a lot of other guns, like the minigun and LMG needing fixed in many different ways that you can find on the thread. There are a lot of weapons, throwable items and more that are listed on the thread, and obviously we were talking about how the double shotgun is still in the game, without any delay, but the pump shotgun does have some sound issues, accuracy and recoil issues. Heavy shotguns should have also been fixed years ago with the wrong colour of sight, making sure the gun is a semi-automatic weapon. And another shotgun that's had issues is a tactical shotgun, which when shot as a building piece deals the wrong structure damage. The submachine guns like the original uses the Chapter 2 model as well as the icon, but also has the Chapter 4 shooting sound. Now people online were saying that this is because of copyright, as it was said in like a wiki page, but it is still active in Save the World and in the game files, so there is hope that it could be changed in the future. The P90 is also called the Combat Submachine Gun in the game mode, but it is meant to be called the Combat SMG, a small detail but people actually notice it and call it out, as a change that Epic should make, including the icons and the textures of the Compact SMG. It's not a game-breaking bug at all, that's literally what it's called, but some people just notice it and call it out. And something else with the P90, it has also been appearing more common on floor loot as the legendary version. When I've been playing with my friends, I've been seeing it so much in-game. Not out of chest, but on floor loot. And I don't know if it is intentional or not, but maybe in Season 5 it was found on floor loot. And I also recently found a Scar, a legendary Scar on floor loot. I don't know if that's rare or not, that must be quite rare. But even when speaking to my friends about it, they've said that they've found P90s a lot on the ground. So potentially this could be intentional. not unintentional. But to finish off this list, the suppressed pistol is the most broken weapon, with the wrong firing sound, using the suppressed SMG instead, different animations compared to before, and how like some other weapons, it should be a semi-automatic weapon, meaning you should just be tapping the shoot button instead of holding down on the shoot button. But this could have also been a thing that maybe was added back in Chapter 1. There are many other weapons that are broken with Season 5 OG that I cannot name every single issue with every item, weapon, game change and more, but I can talk about some of the weapons that will be later coming to this OG season that have been completely glitched. One of these weapons is the heavy sniper. It mentioned in the blog post that it was going to be live with the season launch, but that hasn't been the case. The heavy sniper has a projectile speed being 50% higher, meaning that the bullet will travel 50% faster than it normally should. It was meant to be released by now because on the blog post it literally said on it, in brackets, live with the season launch, but I think at the moment it is still currently vaulted until Epic Games fix it in a later update. And as I'm recording this video, it is Friday, so I might not be posting this video until next week, so maybe by then it could be fixed, and if there is an update on that Tuesday, then it could be fixed by then. It also deals 785 vehicle damage, even though the majority of the vehicles are completely less than that, including something else that is inconsistent. The ATK golf cart has 650 health instead of the 400 that it had back in 2018 Chapter 1 Season 5. I don't know when they changed the golf cart's health, maybe during Chapter 2 when it came back for like a few weeks. If you guys do remember that, during the month of November 2021, they actually brought back like the shopping cart, the golf cart. I think they even brought back maybe like the... oh well, they were going to bring back the quad crashers, but they brought that back in Chapter 3. But they actually brought back 2 vehicles, and I think a few more maybe, from Chapter 1, including the mechs. That was quite bad. Like I said, the full thread is in the description on AllyJax's Twitter page, where it includes even more about the other items that I didn't already talk about in this video. And I want to make it clear, of course, all of the stuff that I'm saying here have been found by him and posted online as a way to help Epic fix small mistakes that not everyone, including myself, have even noticed. A lot of these have been found in the game files, with some of the guns and items on this list being vaulted or not even in the game yet and are waiting to be released later in this OG season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And as I'm making this video, the Fortnite status account tweeted out saying, "Huge thanks for pulling all this together in one spot, your paste bin was so helpful." A bunch of these bug fixes were already lined up for this next update, and we've marked several more for investigation. See you in OG, thank you so much for playing. And as you can see, he's already replied to it. So this confirms to us right here that a bunch of the Fortnite OG fixes are coming in the next update and in the future, so like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Go check it out, you don't want to miss it.